again to One Fall Podcast. I'm your host, the overweight cruiserweight, Jamie Bell. Joining me is the African Swede sensation, Kate Johansson.
Hello, hello.
And to my right, the artist formerly known as Sexy Ass Lottery, now going by the Pepsi Kid, Callum McInnes.
Now then.
That's a whole nother podcast, by the way, people. We'll do that another time.
What, the one where I review every different flavour of Pepsi?
That's the one. Listen out for it. And this week it's the three of us. Our other partner in crime, Mr. James Coggin, is away in Leeds with his band Davidium, who you should all check out, by the way. They're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Brilliant band.
What's
Give
the
them
name
some
again?
love.
Davidium.
Davidium. What we call Kate?
Davidium.
There we go. Check them out. They're really good. Quick thank you to all of our people downloading. Amazingly, people in Australia, America. Quick shout out to Vince and Paul in Connecticut. Our two.
It's definitely Vince and Paul.
It's got to be. We have two downloads in Connecticut.
Who else could it be?
It's got to be.
Who else would it be?
It's got to be. I'm waiting for the cease and desist letter at some point. But
Definitely not Vince and Paul.
It's got to be.
After what we said about Hulk Hogan on that first episode, we're going to get a cease and desist at some point.
More than likely. Any new listeners? Basically, we have four guys who love wrestling. We want to talk about it on a weekly basis. We hope you enjoy it. Anything from WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Indie, UK, anything. We'll talk about it. So let's start our three count. As always, the three topics we think have been the hottest all week. Kate? Good to you.
Yeah, so to start things off, it's got to be the Sexy Star and Rosemary incident at AAA's.
Wow, well, that's an absolute shitstorm. You showed me the video, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The way she's got her in an armbar, right, on the floor, Fujiwara armbar, and she's just cranking back on it. I don't know if you've seen the video at home, but it's just absolutely sickening.
It's disgusting, especially because I know Sexy Star took some time out of wrestling and was pursuing an MMA career, so it is like she's trained at doing shoot arm bars, and
so she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, and she did the arm bar, and then you could see her do more talk on it, then more, and then she just started going off on one whilst Rosemary's screaming in pain, trying to tap out. And
I'm just going to throw this out here. Is that her trying to put herself in the window for an MMA fight?
No, because in Mexico...
Oh, she's just a complete bitch.
In Mexico, she's probably one of the biggest luchadoras.
Right.
So she doesn't need that. She doesn't need that window.
I did hear that she said it was an accident, but how can it be an accident? She knew exactly what she was doing, but has there been any further update on it? Has she apologised or anything?
I read she released a statement, didn't she? But I didn't particularly understand it. It was like a, I don't really care statement. I'll put another one out later on.
Yeah, there's been a few statements out there. Rosemary did one from 24 hours removed. GFW have come out and they've released a statement regarding it. The Sexy Star one, it just seemed like one quote I can remember from the Sexy Star one was, "I did what I had to do."
What does that mean?
So I think it was a fatal four-way for the women's title in AAA, and I think I don't know what was wrong with Sexy Star, but she just felt like she had to. I'm guessing hurt Rosemary, but then she's saying it was by accident.
She went into business for herself, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's not been taken well, especially by her colleagues. So Vampira had to cool down the situation, who's now the head booker at AAA.
Right.
There was a tweet from El Hijo del Fantasma, who's obviously AAA and Lucha Underground now at GFW as well. His tweet was, "The word is unprofessional, in brackets, shitty too, but I personally apologise with Rosemary because I thought it was in order. She's an amazing gal." So even her own colleagues are disgraced with...
I did see a tweet from Cody Rhodes saying she'll never work in any locker room that I'm part of.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because I'm 100% with that.
And he works in a lot of locker rooms. So she's fucked.
She's fucked herself in the ass.
I'm trying to think where it was, but I don't think it was Wrestle Circus, but I know, I'm sure it was somewhere in America that had pulled the plug on a Rosemary booking because of the incident that she's done in AAA.
So do you reckon she works anywhere else after this, or is this the end of the road for Sexy Star?
I think Mexican promotions will still touch her maybe, but I think...
How do you trust the talent after doing that?
Road Dogg sent a tweet out as well, didn't he? So I think any chance to do... I can't remember it altogether. He replied to somebody, I can't remember who it was now, basically saying, what did she do? Please let me know so this girl comes nowhere near my locker room.
Fair enough.
There goes your WWE dreams, love.
It's frustrating as well, because when I first saw Sexy Star in Lucha Underground, like, she's the first and only women's Lucha Underground champion. Like, so she's a top tier talent, and I was always saying that I wanted her in WWE.
Yeah.
I thought she'd been great to be a masked female luchador in the WWE, but I think that's gone out the window now. And as you said, like Cody Rhodes, Road Dogg, there's been like Karen Jarrett, Joey Ryan, WWE star Paige, Katie Ray, Sami Callihan, Brian Cage again, who works Lucha Underground. But probably to make light of the situation, I think EC3 absolutely won Twitter. So Donald Trump, as he does, tweeted, "With Mexico being one of the highest crime nations in the world, we must have the wall. Mexico will pay for it through reimbursement/other." In which EC3 replied, "So you watched Sexy Star at #TripleMania 25 last night too?"
That's brilliant.
And I just thought that was absolutely brilliant from him. Like,
we love that so much, EC3, that you're welcome on this podcast anytime you want. Just drop us a message.
I'm sure he was he was looking for a way to contact us anyway, wasn't he?
I'm fairly certain.
Yeah.
Of course he was. We're always here for you, man. Anytime you want to come across. But in all seriousness, there's no place for that in the wrestling world. When you're in that ring, you are there to protect your opponent.
And I heard that
look after each other. Their life's in your hands.
They hadn't worked together before this, right? Rosemary and Sexy Star.
No, like I said, it was a fatal four-way as well. Don't know if they've... I don't know what's happened for Sexy Star to do that, but Sexy Star's been saying it was an accident. Rosemary came out on Twitter 24 hours afterward, so she's let it calm down a little bit. And just to take a few bits from her quote, because I can't say it all, because it is would be here all night.
Yeah.
But it was just something like, let me make this perfectly clear. Like, wrestlers are trusting other wrestlers to be safe with their body. If you're going to be an arsehole about it, you don't belong in the business. And Sexy Star decided to do that at TripleMania. She wanted to be more calm to address the situation, and she's been informed that Sexy Star's been telling people it was a work. So Rosemary's like, I can tell you now, Sexy Star is a liar in the locker room. She was forced to apologise, and instead cooked up some bullshit excuse that she didn't know that it was popping out. And Rosemary says herself, if you are talking on someone's arm, armbar is a real and dangerous hold. The only reason your face is not broken right now is because a little voice inside my head, as I lay on the apron, kept repeating, "Don't go to Mexican prison."
That's a fair point.
So, whether she's being truthful or she's trying to make
she's dealt with it really well by the sounds of it.
Yeah, and then she just goes on with how well Vampiro was, and how it a volatile situation got calmed down backstage, and that the GFW guys there and everybody reaching out to Rosemary. So luckily it doesn't seem the injury's too bad.
Yeah.
So hopefully Rosemary can get back in the ring as soon as.
Hey, I tell you what though, that would be a match people want to see in the future.
Rosemary
versus Sexy Star. MMA rules, maybe.
Well, that'll sell some tickets.
That would sell some tickets. That'll put some butts in seats.
But no place for it. Shame on you, Sexy Star. Shame on you.
Going to number 2 on our free count, from Mexico to the UK, the WWE UK show.
What the fuck's going on? I was so excited for this.
Yeah, same. I mean, it was meant to be a weekly TV show from the start, right?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, because the show's in Blackpool, and then I believe it was meant to be, they were taping a weekly show at the WAW studio.
Yeah. So the Echo studio in Norwich. that UK promotion WWE used, and I think they did like 2 nights, so they got quite a lot of material there. But then they just released it as like one special. I don't even think they showed all the matches, and Dave Meltzer's coming out saying that the UK thing's lost WWE money. Which
I can see why. I think you said
But you're
before.
a $1 billion fucking company.
No,
yeah,
of
but
course,
profits mean.
of course they're going to lose money on. They have all these different projects. Some of them make money, some of them don't. If one
Is
of
it
them,
making money though?
this would make them money if they carried on with it every week. But if they're just going to do one special, which was going to lose money, and stop there, of course that's just going to lose money.
I'm sorry, but if you give about at least 10 people a 1-year contract in the UK, paying them no matter what, and then you're not going to be doing the shows, then obviously you're going to be losing money.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've got the talent on the contracts that are there, and with the UK scene at the moment, like it's the hottest wrestling scene in the world.
When are the contracts up? Is it October?
I think it was. So if it was January the tournament, so I'm thinking it will be through to 2018, but it should be coming up.
Yeah, so it's coming up soon. They're going to decide who they're re-signing, and at this point, if there's no show to put these talents on, do you reckon just most of them, apart from Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, get released, or?
Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, Trent Seven, Mark Andrews, and Wolfgang seem to have been the main 5 that have got used, and then I would have said people like Joseph Connors and Jordan Devlin, but like when it first started, the British Strong Style lads got pulled from WCPW, and they didn't want to work in WCPW because they thought it was a conflict of interest. But at the recent World Cup, I think like round of 16 quarterfinals, and then the semis and the finals in Newcastle this past weekend, Joseph Connors turned up.
Yeah.
Adam Blompied thanked the company for letting him use it, but is it a case of actually we're not going to be able to give him as much work as was said, let him go and make a bit more money?
Yeah, sounds like it to me.
I think a big thing as well is the imploding of World of Sport.
It's like they're not as panicked anymore.
As soon as World of Sport got announced, the UK tournament got announced, guys got signed. JR got signed back straight away because obviously he was on the special, and obviously with that not working now, and I think their contract with World of Sports must be null and void because obviously Viper's been in the Mae Young Classic under the name Piper Niven, so I think they've not got that.
They haven't got the drive. They did it in the first place to try and counter this World of Sport thing, right? Yeah. And it worked out really well. Everyone enjoyed the WWE UK tournament. It was fantastic. Yeah. But now World of Sport's out of the picture, it's almost like they're just saying, we don't need to do it anymore. We'll just see how this goes.
Yeah, it's a case we'll still do it, but we're not in a rush to do it now because the competition's already disappeared. Yeah,
but they should have been doing it for the purpose of let's put in a good every a weekly TV show because there's some good talent over there. It shows you where the motivation is. It was to counter World of Sport, but never was it for the talent. They just happened to have got some good talent along the way. With Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, who are featured quite heavily now.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so. They're some of the best talents in the world. But I can see it in the future. If there isn't a weekly TV show, the UK title gets absorbed into NXT, and they just defend it on NXT shows, which I think they'd be quite happy with. To be honest with you, it's less production for them.
Yeah. And speaking of, I think Pete Dunne's a mega star. I think that guy's huge star potential. I really do.
I'd like to see him come up to AJ Styles' open challenge. The WWE UK champion versus the WWE United States champion. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
And it'd be a good match too.
That'd be a brilliant match.
That'd be great.
I like that. I do. But I mean, what more can we say in the UK tournament? The UK,
that's it.
The UK. I mean, what the fuck's going on? Sort it out. You know.
We want to see it.
We all want to see it. Yeah. Britain's got some of the best talent in the world, and they deserve a spotlight. And we're bigger than WWE.
If they're not going to do it themselves, just work with Progress more heavily. Get Progress on the network or something. I'll just work with another.
I don't get it, because again, going back to the losing money, Blackpool and Norwich sold out the day they went, like a couple of hours after they went live. And it's like Progress kind of demand for tickets, like Progress sell out straight away.
Within minutes.
Yeah, and that's what the WWE UK like had a feel to it. So I think hopefully now that Triple H has got his Mae Young project coming out of the way, hopefully back into this year, maybe beginning of next year.
Set his sights back on the UK scene.
Let the UK scene start going.
I think we can call him Paul now.
Oh yeah, he's a listener.
He's a listener. You know, we don't have to go with Triple H now. He's Paul.
Paul.
He's one of us. He'll be wearing a 1-4 podcast t-shirt. So when the merch comes out, which it will do eventually, people, Triple H will Paul will be wearing that on, you know, on TV for us. We hope. Maybe get Vince in one. You know.
So what's last on the free count this week?
Roman Cena. That promo. Wow. It's one of the best things I've seen on Raw in a long, long time.
That was my favourite promo since the promo the night after Mania with Roman coming out and just getting booed for half an hour straight.
Yeah. And then 6 words. Is it 6 words? This is my yard. 5 words.
This is
This
my
is
yard
my
now.
yard.
5 words.
We're counting on our fingers. 5 words. That was the best thing. That was fantastic, that one, but what a promo.
Yeah.
And the lines of reality, like, was it a shoot?
I heard it was completely scripted, but it came across as a shoot.
Except for Cena with the 5 years, you know, finally cutting a promo and all that. You've got to learn all this crap.
Yeah, there was some stuff I could have done without in that promo where Cena says, "Oh, breaking the fourth wall." I don't care for that anymore.
Yeah.
That wasn't scripted, apparently.
Yeah, but funny you say about the scripting, because obviously it's come from Dave Meltzer that this is all scripted. However, I did read that Lawler, in an interview with Ringside News, said Meltzer doesn't know anything, and I'm quoting Lawler, Meltzer, what a little dweeb he is.
Really?
Yeah,
Lawler
said, Meltzer, what a little dweeb he is. So, does he know something, does he not? Like,
I think it's...
Meltzer likes to think he knows a lot.
You have to take it with a pinch of salt with Meltzer. He definitely knows people.
He knows it, and he has his contacts and his sources.
He has his contacts and his sources, but he's been wrong a lot.
Exactly, yeah.
But with stuff like this, I think it's something that you would easily build to.
Word for word, it wouldn't have been scripted.
No. I like the idea of it being a shoot promo, because that was just fantastic.
I don't think it'd have been a shoot.
It's a work shoot.
Work shoot, yeah.
Yeah. I like that feel to it. I think there need to be a lot more of that, like, happening in wrestling.
It's perfect as well because it gives the people a chance to boo Roman.
Yeah.
But also people can still like Roman because he's not coming over as a heel. And vice versa with Cena, but also...
It's good to see Cena get the respect he deserves.
Absolutely,
Yeah, 15 years it's taken, but in this feud, I think the majority of the fans are now cheering for Cena. Let's go Cena. And followed by Roman sucks. It's gonna
Is he the
happen.
greatest ever on the mic?
One of.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally I think he's one of the greatest.
Yeah. Me and Kate were discussing this in the car on the way here to One Fall HQ about, you know, who's the best promo man?
The Miz has to be in there.
The Miz is up there.
Miz, Cena, Rock, CM Punk.
For me, as I said to you tonight, Mick Foley. I think when Mick Foley's passionate about something and he's got that microphone, I believe every word Mick Foley says. I think he's so... The emotions and everything he puts into his promos.
Yeah.
I could listen to that guy all night long.
Yeah,
so Foley's up there as well with me.
Same with Dusty Rhodes. You feel everything he says.
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. There's
a
so
lot
many
of them. That's a different...
It's a different
we'll
topic.
Do that next week. Best mic workers.
We went off there, sorry, but
going back to it, do you think it could be sink or swim for Roman? With the whole, you've been here 5 years, kid, like, time to learn how to do a promo, and then... Well, I wouldn't say sink, because obviously Roman's going to be the guy, but will this feud with John Cena, like...
Elevate him?
Will it be what will cement Roman as the next big, like, the next main deal, the next mainstay? And I think that might be why it could be like a shoot work where Cena's like, you're nothing, like you're just a guy, like I'm disappointed. For Rollins to then overcome that And to be honest, I'm quite glad that they're not waiting until Mania. I thought it was a Mania-worthy match, but hell, if you're giving us Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns and John Cena on No Mercy,
That's pretty much WrestleMania card already.
yeah, I like that though.
Yeah.
Some people, it's just fans of 2017. This match should be at WrestleMania. Why are you complaining that we're not getting? You know WrestleMania is going to be good. So why are you complaining that No Mercy is going to?
You don't always know WrestleMania is going to be good. I've been to the last two and they were lackluster.
No.
No, they have.
Is anybody missing out on the 1 point here as well? Could you imagine what Vince was like backstage with them two in the ring?
Go on.
I'm just saying. God damn, pal, it's like a dream threesome.
No, it is his dream, isn't it? He's got his poster boy from the last 15 years and the guy who wants to be the poster boy
bootleg John
for the next
Cena.
15 years, who's polarising as well in the same match. And the fans can boo and cheer whoever they want, they're going to get roughly equal support. But like you said, finally Cena's getting his recognition.
It'll be brilliant. Like, you can say Roman and so the week before it was you both suck. Like they don't, they really don't.
I think the match is going to be fantastic. I can't wait for the match. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing because they both can work, despite what everybody says.
They're going to tell a great story which has already been set up.
Yeah.
I know certain individuals might not get his little 5-star sock out and get excited, but I think the way they've set this story up, that's better than most of the matches that have happened anywhere this year, just because of the story that they're building.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be a great match. It really is. But the thing with Roman, we're saying the same to him about, you need to learn how to cut a promo. To me, Roman ain't the kind of guy that needs to come out and cut a 20-minute promo.
I don't.
He's got that cocky swagger. He needs to come out and drop a line. That's it.
Yeah, I like it when he comes out and drops a line.
Sometimes to tell a story, you've got to say more than a line.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to come out and cut a 20-minute promo. But, you know,
I'm sure you all agree when Roman does cut promos and he gets a little bit more freedom, they're always solid.
Yeah.
And he's believable.
That's
as
the
well.
thing. They need the freedom.
Yeah.
All this scripted bullshit and to learn word for word for word.
Again, on the other hand, some wrestlers do need the script because they can't improv.
Not all of them do.
Not all of them do, but give them the freedom if they want it. If they can do it.
Yeah.
Roman's that guy, but some guys are terrible when they try and do improv. So I think it works. It depends who it is, but with Roman, just let him free, let him do what he wants.
Say what he wants, be the badass that he is.
Yeah, because he's a cool guy in real life.
Yeah, he is. He's got that cocky little swagger.
Yeah, he's a badass.
He's a badass, yeah. So I think it's going to be a fantastic match. I think the promo is one of the best things I've seen in such a long time. I've watched it quite a few times, and it was just I got goosebumps. I get goosebumps a lot with wrestling. This was one of them. But yeah, so
depending how long they're going to drag it out, I could easily say Roman Cena will be feud of the year.
Roman Strowman.
Roman Strowman? Yeah, to be fair, that's the one to beat so far.
Roman Strowman.
I think Roman and Cena are just on a different level of importance. Like, Roman and Strowman was great for beating the living shit out of each other, but I think that was just a case of Strowman I'm not done with you yet, and then Roman
I don't know, man.
work out. No, don't get me wrong. I really liked it, but I think Roman and Cena is the bigger picture. It's about being the face of the company.
Roman's got something to prove now, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Cena made that claim that I'm only back here because you can't pull your weight.
Yeah.
So Roman's got to prove him wrong, and in a way, he's kind of right. Roman isn't the top guy yet.
Yeah, but the number one draw away from, say, Lesnar and Cena is just being called a bootleg by the main guy. So I think the way, if they're clever with the story and they keep with these shoot angles, I think it could lead to being a story.
It definitely has potential. Yeah, definitely.
Right, and anyway, that's the 3 count. We're going to have a quick break now because me and the Pepsi Kid need a quick cig break. Then we're back with some more stuff, including favourite stables, but we'll talk about that later. Catch you in 5. Welcome back to 1-4 Podcast. Nicotine rush aside, let's get back onto this. We're on Smackdown, boys. Let's break it down. Break it down!
That was terrible.
What?
That was almost as bad as the Jim Cornette impression.
Motherfucker!
It's not good.
Fuck off.
It really isn't.
It isn't good.
No, it is.
Shout out to Bruce Pritchard, who does the best Jim Cornette impression ever.
Right,
Yeah.
unlike yours.
Unlike
But yeah,
mine, apparently.
Raw and SmackDown.
So,
You're a
Yeah.
whore.
So Raw was good. Like we've just discussed, Roman and Cena. So aside from that, I called it last week. I said, Miss Sasha Banks will bottle it again.
She did.
She's had 4 title reigns and lost the belt in a first reign all 4 times.
So she's never defended her championship.
She's never defended her championship, and she's a 4-time women's champion.
I haven't read it yet, but apparently she's brought character and shot on the booking.
Oh yeah, I
she's
read
not
that
happy with her
today.
booking.
Apparently she thinks there's no direction to the characters.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, I can't remember who she did the interview with, but I did read the transcript, and she's not happy. But it's hard to blame her. I mean, are they making this into a long-term thing where she wins it again, loses it, does it until she's like an 8-time champion, and then at WrestleMania, like 37 or something, she finally defends the championship, and it's a big moment? Or do they just not know what they're doing?
They don't know what they're doing. Yeah. Unless
I like to think there's a long-term.
They only seem to focus on like the main few stars, and everybody else is an afterthought. You know, there should be long-term booking for everybody, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to long-term book for the entire roster, but at least the top people in the divisions.
But it's looking like Nia Jax is on the pro now, isn't it? I think it's all about making Nia the top.
To be fair, that was a good spot.
Yeah, it reminded me of the Evolution spot.
Yeah, yeah, the thumbs down. Yeah,
yeah.
Nah,
The right woman's champion again. Like I said, I didn't think Sasha Banks should have won it. Like she's been still after her about a year-long feud with Charlotte, going back and forth. Like you said, if she's angry with that, it's the character. Like there's no real character there. I'm kind of glad that they've took the belt off her, because I hope if they do go down with Sasha Bayley programming, whichever one's heel and face between Sasha and Bayley, I think that feud tells itself. It doesn't need the title around it.
I want to see Bayley heel so much.
Alexa Bliss has been outstanding. So what? 2-time Smackdown Women's Champion, 2-time Raw's Women's Champion.
So she's a 4-time champion now.
4-time champion
In less than a year.
Mate, she's been outstanding though. Like
She has. I'm not saying she hasn't, but I mean, in less than a year, that's a lot of title reigns to have.
Dude, how many reigns has Charlotte got already?
Yeah, again, but it's with the women's division. It's like it seems like they just play hot potato with the title.
Yeah.
The women's revolution's becoming an afterthought now. It's we've given the fans what they want. Now that's just
I think it's their way of making a big deal of the division by having the title switch hands. It's like, wow, there's all this stuff going on. There's all these good contenders for the title. When really they just need to give each division, Raw and SmackDown, a good lengthy title reign.
Well, there's Asuka coming up soon, so as soon as she's got one of the belts, I reckon they'll still run with that and have her have the title a lot.
Raw, by the way, Asuka, my opinion.
Asuka? I can see going to SmackDown.
I think SmackDown, because they're building Nia Jax to be this beast. So put Asuka on SmackDown. We'll
see, won't we? I think Raw. But here's a stupid question. WWE logic. Nia doing that to Alexa, is Alexa now a babyface?
No, because
just with WWE booking.
I don't think so, because she turned on the heel who everybody hates.
Yeah.
She's turned her back on it. She's not her lackey anymore. Which is
Nia a face?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nia is probably the face in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine Alexa Bliss being a face again. Not for a long
Well,
time.
I'm on board for a Nia title run anyway. Lovely lady, met her. Kate's tweeted the picture out of my wet ass.
True story.
We won't go back into that. But lovely lady, deserves everything she's getting. Samoa Joe out for 6 weeks.
Yeah, it couldn't have come at a worse time for him, could it?
I did hear that on this past Raw, he was supposed to face John Cena.
Yes.
In a singles match. So if that's the case, as me as a fan of watching it as a TV show, I'm kind of glad that Joe wasn't be able to be there, because I don't think they should waste it on a Raw. I'm happy for Cena and Reigns to feud, and then Joe and Cena feud.
Yeah, I can see that
rather
happening.
than just throwing it away. I think Cena, Joe should be treated as big as Cena Styles was.
Yeah, just because we haven't seen Joe Cena yet, and it's a match definitely. It's going to happen down the line. It's going to be a good match, but I heard the rumblings that Samoa Joe was going to verse The Miz for the IC
Yes, I heard that.
title.
I called it last week, next Intercontinental Champion, but obviously
I've not heard.
You've not heard?
I did hear that. Yeah.
I've seen it a few places. I don't know how much truth there is to it, but again, it's something that I'd quite like to see.
Well, supposedly though, Jason Jordan was supposed to become IC champion by now. So
Yeah, but do you reckon that's more to do with terrible booking and him not getting the reaction that they thought he would?
Yeah.
They need to put the switch with him personally. I think they need to change that straight away.
Turn him heel eventually.
Turn him heel, absolutely. How Gable was the
You're
face.
not really my dad. It was just a.
Yeah, or you were never there for me growing
Yeah.
up. You know, it's easy to book.
Something along them lines, yeah. I think he needs a heel turn though.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Samoa Joe, 4 to 6 weeks. He's been brilliant. I think he's doing some of the best work I've seen him do. I'm sure the back soon, kicking ass like always.
What do you think about Jeff Hardy winning the
I love it.
Battle Royal? So Jeff Hardy versus The Miz next week. I'm looking forward to that. Who do you want to...
I can see Jeff winning it and then the Miz getting it back at No Mercy.
I'm fine with that. Like, The Miz is...
To be fair, I hate hot potato, but I do want Miz to go down as
right,
the most
absolutely.
I think that's what they're going to do.
Well, The Miz got the most reigns, and he's...
the longest held.
The longest held.
Because what's he on now? 7 reigns, isn't it? Jericho was 9, wasn't he? So he's not far behind him.
He broke another record for total days held last week, and it might be today, actually, but I think he's just broken another record.
He beat Scott Hall last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, Scott Hall.
Yo.
And he's now on track to being in the top 4 for combined days. If he can break the combined reigns as well, like we said last week, he's going to be one of the greatest IC champions of all time.
To me, he's the best. Like, for somebody to pluck the belt from obscurity like he did, and make that belt relevant.
Oh yes, he's made that belt.
Yeah. It's been fantastic.
It's my favourite championship. It always has been.
I think I said it last week that, to me, The Miz is the personification of the Intercontinental Championship.
Yep.
So if there's to go down that route with Jeff winning it, be a feel good moment. Week after, when it's the rematch, have Miz go full heel, Miz Taraj get involved.
I mean,
Miz get another reign under his belt.
It could, if Jeff did win the title and had it for a while, this could be the thing that breaks Matt Hardy eventually. It's happening all over again. His brother's the one getting the success, and Matt's jealous. He breaks again. Just a thought, but it would be pretty cool.
I like the idea of that. But otherwise, I mean, we've touched on the promo, Reigns and Cena. I found Raw, apart from that one, eventful.
It was all happening on Smackdown, I thought, this week.
Yeah,
You had the new tag team with Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable.
So who's turning heel in that one then?
Shelton.
Absolutely.
And
Did you see that look on his face?
Yeah, like everything, even from last week, where it was as if he didn't seem happy to be getting brought in to be put in a tag team. Then there was the spot in the match that I liked where Gable tagged him in, he's waiting there with a suplex for a while, and then Shelton's just looking at him, pushes him out the way, and then just starts
I saw that.
Ascension. Yeah. And I think like it might go down to.
I think a feud has more potential than a tag team for both of them, because Shelton might not have too many years left.
So what's now 42, 43?
Yeah, and
Still looks good though.
Chad needs a good singles feud, and who better than Shelton Benjamin?
Oh, can you imagine the match?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god. Yeah, but I think that's why the team, they're setting up a heel turn.
Plus, it's as if Chad Gable's that very annoying fan of them all as well. Like,
yeah.
It's just, I forgot how many times he high-fived and hugged Shelton Benjamin after the match.
He's just happy, alright. He's idolised Shelton all of his life.
Yeah.
And he is also, Chad Gable, I think that, he can go as far as he wants to go. In ring, the guy's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And he has a personality as well.
Chad is a future world champion.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
I really would. I think he deserves that. Bobby Roode, going on start. What's going on with Bobby Roode?
What do you mean, why is he face?
What the hell?
I like it.
He needed to be a face because he was always going to be getting a pop, so it'd be...
Yeah, well, as soon as that music plays, he gets a cheer, it's going to be over. Why not bring him in as a face and then have him
But there's no explanation. He's come out as a face.
Yeah, because the fans cheered him. It's not like they made him a face. He came out and they cheered.
His verbiage is the same as what he'd do week in, week out.
Yeah, he said this is Bobby Roode's Smackdown.
Yeah.
I'm going to win the title. There's no one greater than me.
They've had to pay the big bucks to get him in. So everything...
The only difference was the fans cheered him.
Yeah.
So until he does something heelish...
Well, I love Bobby Roode. I've always been a fan of Bobby Roode. I'll call it now, next US champion.
You think so?
Absolutely. And don't see you won't want to see Roode versus Styles.
I'd love to see Roode versus Styles, but
Again.
I'd love to see Bobby Roode push straight to world title picture.
He'll get there. I mean, what was my bold claim of the week? I can see Bobby Roode taking SmackDown to the Edge level. I think he can be as important to SmackDown as Edge was.
Absolutely.
You know, I truly do. I've always been a super fan of Bobby Roode.
He
the
looks
sky's the limit.
like the total package.
He does.
Not Lex Luger, but he does look like the total package, and it's what SmackDown needs right now.
The only thing that I'm annoyed with would be just the random matches. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand why, because I think he's wrapping some stuff up in NXT with Roderick Strong and Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll do that, and then hopefully that's when he'll start doing. I'm losing my train of thought because
Benoit is outside making noise again.
Yeah.
He's
Our
scratching
mascot,
at the door,
Benoit the cat.
interrupting another episode.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, he does it every week.
We've just got an excited pussy outside the door, that's all.
You wish.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah. If only.
But no, so I think after he's tied up with NXT, I think that's when he can start doing a bit more regarding feuds. But what do you think his first thing will be? Do you reckon he'll answer the open challenge
I
when
hope so.
past Baron Corbin?
I hope so. I think he's the next US champion.
From a character point of view, Bobby
It
Roode
makes sense for him to go for it all.
for the world title and the US title because he knows they paid big bucks from him. So what does Bobby Roode want? He wants the top prize. That's where the money is.
However, he was wanting to make NXT a better place. He'll be wanting to make SmackDown a better place. What if he's wanting to make America a better place?
He doesn't care about America.
He cares about Bobby Roode.
Yeah, and money.
Yeah. Plus, they've already done that with Kevin Owens, who's the Canadian trying to be like the face of.
Yeah, I
everything.
guess.
So I guess that might not. It'd be
Bobby
it'd
Roode's
be
America.
recycled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just talking about Kevin Owens, I thought it was brilliant putting the referee shirt on, getting in the ring and taking the ref shirt.
Doing the ref's job.
I think that was fantastic.
He was a good referee.
Yeah. Anybody who listens knows that I'm a Kevin Owens man.
He's got a career as a referee after this is all said and done.
But the way it ended, I know it's going to be him and Shane, but are we going to have a mini feud with him and Zayn now?
For the millionth time?
Yeah. Hey, you saw the T-shirt, fight forever. I could watch them fight forever. But is that what they would? Are we going to have a little mini feud with them two again, leading up to? I still want to see a Zayn heel turn.
A Zayn heel turn.
I really do.
Now in his career.
I do. We discussed this, didn't we?
Yeah, but I didn't get.
I don't get that.
I think he was one. So Jamie explained he was wanting it where I think Zayn and Owens are the line, maybe. But I think that'd get a positive reaction because all the internet will get excited that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's a
They'd turn Owens' face instead.
Yeah, we said before, didn't we? Like down the line, there's a huge angle where Owens runs in to save Zayn.
Yeah.
And they're back together, they're friends again.
You can picture the video with the Titanic music.
Yeah, exactly. They bury all the hatchets, they're good again. But I can only see it.
I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
For turning Owens' face. I just can't imagine what you'd have to do to turn Zayn heel.
Yeah.
He's just opened a mobile clinic in Syria to help the kids.
Respect to that as well.
Brilliant. He reached his goal. He's got that mobile clinic. Fantastic. Well played. But how do you turn a guy who does that heel?
Good point. It's just something I'd like to see, that was all.
Suggestions,
I think
please.
he could pull a heel turn off, that's all.
Look at Titus O'Neil, he had to go from heel to face because nobody would buy that as a heel when he's doing Dad of the Year. He's
buying
taking
homeless people
meals.
Yeah.
So, I know it's a TV show, but obviously they can't.
Yeah.
In life, they kind of play their wrestling persona a lot. So.
Yeah. I just think Zayn would make a good heel, but that's just.
We'll see. I'm sure we'll see.
We'll see. Ziggler. Is this last chance saloon? Is it let's try this with Ziggler?
What do you think his character's going to be like?
You mean that promo he did last week where he said, I'm going to come out with a...
Yeah, but he did it this week as well.
Yeah.
So it was like, these don't deserve it. And obviously, something that I spoke about last week that might not have been a fan's favourite regarding Finn Balor, when I said he should be the heel or he should be the demon because he's got no character or personality. Ziggler seemed to agree. Like, Ziggler was like, what do I need to do? Like, cover myself in pain because other than that I'm a charisma vacuum. I kind of popped for that bit. But
maybe he's been listening to the podcast.
Maybe. If he has any sense, he does. but I like Ziggler, and I think he's a fantastic, phenomenal talent. He has charisma, personality, he can work. The guy's got everything.
He can, but what's left for him at this point?
Well, this is it, yeah.
His contract...
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah, well, his contract is supposedly coming up in October.
Right.
So I was reading a wrestling page when they said the date sheet is reporting, so I don't know what date, like, don't know where they've got their sources from, so how creditable this is, but supposedly Dolph Ziggler's contract is up in October, and he's thinking he's gonna do a Cody Rhodes and see what's out there for himself.
Why do you reckon he would make a good name for himself?
Japan.
Well, I don't think he'd do Japan.
Really?
Ring of Honor.
I don't think he'd do that. I think part of me, because I'm a fan of it, it'd be GFW.
I was going to say, if he goes to GFW, they'll give him the title before he even debuts. He'll debut with the title.
To be fair, they're not as bad for that now. Like, the El Patron thing was a storyline, so he never officially got that title, and then...
No, come on.
Obviously,
You're not the like...
John Morrison / Johnny Mundo / Johnny Nitro / John Hennigan / now Johnny Impact. He's now in...
Might be a different name.
He's now in GFW, and they've not put the belt straight on him yet, so...
So you're saying Ziggler would go in and they wouldn't say, give him the title straight away?
Yeah, they probably would, but I won't complain, because I think he'd strive in that role, but I just think regarding the things that he wants to do, so I imagine he might want to get into acting, he's very big on his stand-up comedy stuff. If he's doing New Japan and Ring of Honor, he's not going to have that time to do his stand-up stuff that he seems so passionate about.
He finds time now though.
Yeah.
Because they don't get used.
He still does house shows.
Yeah, I suppose.
But
We'll see I'm intrigued to see where it goes, but I think it's like, what the hell do we do with him now, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Plus, if you look at it as well, with New Japan and Ring of Honor as well, regarding their sports entertainer that can wrestle, Cody Rhodes already has that top spot. So is the other space for, especially New Japan, for a gaijin, is it? Is that
Gaijin, foreigner. Yeah.
Is Ziggler?
I guess, and at this point in his career, how old is he? 37, 38?
He's pushing 40, yeah. He's pushing 40.
So maybe something like GFW right now would be brilliant for him.
GFW, do some of the indies,
So
focus on his...
do we think he'll go in October?
I don't know, there's been so many times that Ziggler's rumoured to be...
You know what, I'm going to call it now. I think Ziggler's going in October. I know this comes up every year, but I think he's actually going to go this time.
I'll agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him go and
I
show them what
I want
fucked up on.
I want him to go because I think he's got the tools, probably the business and work ethic as Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And I think whether it is New Japan, Ring of Honor, GFW, CMLL, AAA, wherever he wants to go, I think he'd do fantastic because he is a great hybrid, and it'd be interesting to see another WWE factory-made superstar go into the independent scene and just take it by storm. And I imagine he'd be one like Cody that'd revitalise himself, like a bit like Drew McIntyre / Galloway, like not wanting to do just his same old shtick what he's been doing.
Yeah.
I think he'd try and do a different aspect to his character, something that he might have already in his mind, and I think he'd be somebody that'd be, right, I might go back to WWE in a few years, let's show him why I need to be that top guy.
Yeah, definitely, because even if he came back in a few years, he's still only going to be 40.
Yeah.
And someone like Ziggler's not going to lose much. He's not going to get too rusty in that time.
No.
He'll probably come back better than ever knowing Ziggler, but
Time will tell.
time will tell.
We'll touch on it. Main event. because obviously it ended with Orton, RKO and Nakamura.
Main event of the weekly TV show, or
No, I mean Smackdown, sorry. You fuck off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but with the listeners and the...
Listeners, the Smackdown main events.
go on, what was it?
Rusev Mahal versus Nakamura Orton.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you talk about it because the match, blah. But
I
obviously,
forgot that match even
it
happened.
ended with Orton, RKO and Nakamura because this upcoming week of SmackDown, they're in a number one contenders match. Obviously, Nakamura's going to win that because I've heard the talk of him and Jinder in Hell in a Cell.
No, we're going to get Mahal Orton 4. That's what the people want to see.
The return again of the Great Khali.
Unless it's a double count out or something, and they both go
Triple
on
threat.
triple threat to face.
Fatal
face
forward
Jinder.
for a Rusev in there. Rusev said during the show that
I read
I'm not
on
your friend, I want your belt.
Yeah, I read on something and I forget what it was that I read it on, but the plan was a Nakamura Mahal Hell in a Cell match because the next SmackDown pay per view is Hell in a Cell.
Oh God, I really hate that about the gimmick pay per view where a match like Hell in a Cell gets wasted on a feud that doesn't deserve it. Like I
don't think it would.
I think Mahal's dropping the belt though to whoever it is.
It is a waste though because it's like it was reserved for feuds that needed it, and now you have a feud where it's like, sure, Nakamura wants Mahal's title,
Yeah.
but does he hate him that much?
Like you want to see Reigns and Strowman in the Hell in a Cell.
Absolutely. Nakamura Mahal Hell in a Cell, that just sounds dire.
Well, we'll see, but I think that's the plan that I read, and again, I forget where I read it. There's a few dirt sheets that I read it on.
Yeah.
You never know what to believe, but I think Nakamura will beat Orton next week because I think the Orton Rusev feud is going to continue.
Yeah, probably.
The point with that in Hell in a Cell as well, just
Oh, of course,
because of Hell in a
yeah.
Cell pay per view.
Yeah,
You know.
that's how it goes now.
Yeah, but
What if it's Owens and Shane in the Hell in a Cell?
That would be better. Owens
Yeah.
has real frustration.
Yeah.
So that would warrant it, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But are they saving that for Survivor Series? Team Shane, Team Kevin Owens. Where Zayn turns heel and helps Kevin Owens win. Yes.
4 in hell.
Jesus. Duh.
What?
I wouldn't want to see that.
Bold claim that's what's going to happen.
Alright, if that happens, I will give you all of my wages for that month.
You heard this, viewers, listeners, downloaders.
That's shit.
We've shook hands. I'm calling that now. That's what will happen.
To be fair, I don't even think they'll do a Survivor Series match between Shane and Kevin Owens. I think it'd go down to a singles match.
Don't spoil the moment, Kate.
So,
I'm going to get Callum's wages.
what does Callum get if you're totally wrong?
He has to
He's
change-
not having my wages.
He has to change his name on the podcast for a whole year.
To what?
Let me think.
People
think
tweet
about
into
it.
that.
We'll think about it, yeah. But you have to change your name for a whole year.
And
Alright,
and
we'll check on that as well then.
and on your Twitter account.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. We've shook on that as well.
We've got audio evidence that that's true now, so no going back.
Yeah. And I'm fantastic at losing bets, by the way, people. So please, feel free to tweet in some really horrible names I've got to use for a year.
Right. So final. We've got favourite stables.
Yeah, I got a message off a friend of mine from work, Jordan Ben. Shout out to Jordan. Asked us about favourite stables.
Well, I mean, do you want to do like one each? Do you want to like we did with the Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I'm
I know
old,
who yours is. I can guess it right now.
I'm old school.
Can I have 2 guesses?
Go on then.
4 horsemen.
Evolution.
No.
4 horsemen.
4 horsemen.
That was going to be my second guess.
4 horsemen. Evolution will be my second.
I got it my first guess. So
Yeah.
Who's the row winner?
Oh, here's the heel.
Yeah, here he goes. Right.
Yeah, Evolution, yes, that was my second, but 4. I'm old school. 4 horsemen to me is the ultimate.
I think it's
Stable.
the definition of a stable because horses go in stables.
Well,
That's-
that as well, obviously.
Jesus Christ.
Don't tell me that's not genius.
Yeah, because that was the logic behind it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the 4 horsemen because horses go in stables.
Woo! No, it's
Yeah.
a definition of a stable.
Yeah. But 4 horsemen, they're just the epitome of a stable for me. You had Flair as the world champ, the greatest of all time. Arn Anderson, who I am a huge fan. You couldn't have found a better guy to be the Enforcer. Such an underrated guy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Amazing promo.
Oh yeah, love that man to bits. Tully Blanchard, what a worker. I could watch him all day long. And then people think, oh, who's the other one? Like Ole Anderson, but to me it was Barry Windham.
Yeah.
Barry Windham, again, what a amazing worker, amazing talent. The stuff him and Dustin
Chris Benoit.
Rhodes did.
What
He who
Chris
shall not be named.
We've mentioned him every week on the podcast. By
Thanks to
name.
the cat.
Yeah.
And we have a cat called Benoit, yeah. But to me, the Horseman. The Horseman. And I loved all the answers. I loved the original Horseman. But Flair, Blanchard, Anderson, Wyndham, and obviously JJ Dillon.
Yeah.
JJ Dillon was fantastic. Complimented. Our silent producer is waving at me. Mungo McMichael. Fuck no. Absolutely not. No.
I'm glad he distracted us to tell us that.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely irrelevant.
Should we name him?
Yeah. No, save that as a weapon in case we ever
Yeah.
need to.
We have a silent producer, and we're going to hold this against him now. One day we'll just drop his name in.
He's the real one who cannot be named.
He's the one who cannot be named, yes. But he's sat in front of us now, wearing his Batman t-shirt.
Oh, now everyone's going to know who he is.
The Killing Joke.
Yeah. Our producer's Batman, by the way.
But okay.
But yeah, the Horseman. There's a better stable than the Horseman.
Okay, your favourite stable?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do you have a stable?
I probably think because of the time that I was coming up, I'd have to say it'd be a toss between NW and DX. With me only being 24, so I'm the young one of the group.
I was going to throw that in, Ali.
Of course,
I had
There we
as
go.
orders the overweight cruiserweight.
Hey, oh, Callum, right? He's pushing 30 now, right?
I'm 28.
He's pushing 30.
I'm not 33 like you. You're pushing 40.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
back to that. Like as growing up, I was watching WCW and WWF for whatever I could get hold of at the time. So I was always a big Hulk Hogan fan growing up from watching the old WrestleManias and stuff like that. So seeing a heel Hogan,
I wondered where you were going with this.
I was always for the heel Hogan, and I remember skipping forward a bit when the NWO came in back to the WWE. I'm like, Hogan's class, and all my schoolmates are like, this is crap. But so I'd probably have to go with DX.
DX?
Yeah, I think NWO were the reason why wrestling changed and went down the route that they did. But I think DX with the jokes and for what me growing up, it's what I got used to.
Yeah. So we've got the Four Horsemen.
Woo!
Of DX.
Suck it!
I'm going to have to go with the Spirit Squad. I'm joking.
I'm going home.
I'm joking. No, seriously, it's the Spirit Squad.
Oh, I believe you.
I always love the Spirit. I'm not actually choosing the Spirit Squad. They're my second favourite of all time. If you've got your Evolution, yours is.
Are you comparing the Spirit Squad to Evolution now?
There's no comparison.
You're damn right there.
Spirit Squad are better, hands down. But if I had to choose a real number one for me, I'd have to go with the Shield.
I can see that.
I'd have to go with the Shield. Each one of them has successfully become a big name, a big draw. Some more than others. You've got your Roman Reigns, he's the guy.
The big dog.
You've got your Seth Rollins, he's always going to be a big name. And Ambrose, I can't ever see him going below mid-card. He's always going to be a draw too.
Good call.
But yeah, I mean, what are you showing us now, Dave? Dave, show me.
You just named him. You just named him.
I'll beep it out. It's fine. But yeah, right. No more distractions. Right. I'd go with the Shield. They're just the complete package. As soon as they came in with their freaking tactical turtlenecks, they were badasses.
Yeah.
Destroyed everything, run roughshod of the whole roster.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen a stable like that for years. It's what the WWE was lacking since Evolution.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Finally came back in and had all the feuds. Every one of them became like their own big name. Each one of them had their own character. But in a sense, you saw the tag team: Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
You had the enforcer, Roman Reigns. You had the character who was Dean Ambrose. You had the high flyer in Seth Rollins. Complete total package for a stable. And if you ask me, they are one of the greatest, if not the greatest stables of all time.
I can't argue with that.
I can go.
Shout out for the Nexus, just by the way, because they could have been
The
something
Nexus
special.
Brilliant.
They could have been something special if Cena didn't, you know.
One that I did like as well and was Fortune over in TNA.
Fortune, yeah, they were pretty good.
Led by Ric Flair, it was kind of like the
Woo!
his new four horsemen, which they didn't end up having four people in the end.
Yeah.
So it was Frankie Kazarian, James Storm, Bobby Roode, and AJ Styles, and then they had the addition of, I think Doug Williams was in it at some point. They had Matt Morgan at some point. I'm sure Christopher Daniels at some point. And I can always remember when Hogan and Bischoff did the old shtick of an NWO kind of stable with a mortal in TNA, and Fortune ended up turning face and taking.
I remember
that. That was one of the best face turns that I've seen in a
It was good.
It was absolutely brilliant. The crowd ate it up, and it was just it was cool. So I think
was that in the days of like the this was just before, wasn't it? You had like the Anglo Alliance, the Christian Coalition.
It was just that it had been just after that, because it was when Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan was doing the Immortal.
Yeah, I remember that. God, I tried to forget.
Yeah, but Fortune was a good thing that came from it.
Yeah, well, that's our stables. There's probably so many more that we
Can we do next week? Can we do the best mic workers?
Of course we can.
Because that was pretty cool. I wanted to talk about that some more, but
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, let's do best mic workers.
We can do that. Yeah. Well, I think that's enough for this week. I'm going to let Callum tell you all about the social media.
Well, we're everywhere at the moment.
Okay, get the social media kid.
No, you get social media kid, so...
But I'll leave it to you. I'll let you do
For fuck's sake, one of you just do it, will you? Just tell people where to find us.
Right, Twitter, OneFallPod, Instagram, OneFallPod, Facebook, OneFallPod. Thank you. We can email us at onefallpod@gmail.com. Available on iTunes every Friday. Podbean, anywhere podcasts are provided, you can find us. So send us your email, send us suggestions, and maybe we'll read them out on the podcast.
All the downloads are appreciated. Keep doing it. Keep tweeting the shit out of us. Get our name out there. We're getting more and more every week. And we want to make this thing huge. That's what she said.
It's the only thing that Jamie will make huge.
At the minute, yeah. But, that's it. Thank you for listening. We'll see you again next week. We are One Fall Podcast. See you soon.